Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing something a little different. I'm gonna be going through a brief video of my process making these pixel art Pokemon challenge thingamajigs featuring Raticate. I firstly like to make a small mini sprite. Originally it was going to be like a gag where it's shittily drawn and then the big reveal was the drawing I actually put effort into. But in the end I put too much effort into the mini sprites, so they're like cute little chibis now. Except the Charizard one. That one was too funny to fix. I also gave them a 2-frame animation because they were simple and I thought, maybe they could use a little more pizzazz than just being a tiny little stationary static sprite. And you'll see soon here that 2-frame animation. It doesn't do anything too crazy, but I thought it was cute and just adds a little more to whatever the hell it is I'm doing. I am joined by Nico today. He's sleeping on the desk, so if you hear any strange noises, that's probably him. He can't meow properly. I don't know why. I'd love to get it on video one day though, but yeah, he makes weird grunting noises, and a lot of nasally noises because he's got like a massive nose. I've taken him to several vets, they all say he's fine, he just is like that, so I guess he's just like that. One thing I wanted to do with this challenge is to improve my pixel art over time. It only recently dawned on me, however, that there are 1,164 Pokemon as of recording, with more to come soon, and Gen 10 probably in a year or two. I do hope they don't rush development though. But that's like, more than 3 years. Well, I'm sure to improve, and it'll be fun to look back at when I started, I guess. I also challenged myself to stay in a 150 by 150 pixel frame. I would have gone with the typical 80 or 96 that Pokemon has for like front-facing sprites, but I didn't have the confidence for that. Though for these mini sprites right now that you're seeing, it's kind of a free-for-all as long as they're tiny. I kind of, depending on how confident I am, I will freeball it, but I do like to keep a reference to kind of roughly keep the size in check, but yeah. I like to start off the actual drawing with a rough sketch of what I want for the Pokemon. Some Pokemon I find are harder to pose than others, like this Raticate. I couldn't think of many bean-shaped centric poses, and honestly I feel like I failed him a little bit. But hey, we're all human. We learn from things like this. I like to have the previous evolution, if possible, in the background on a lower transparency, just to kind of gauge the size of it. And so yeah, if you're wondering why the ghost of Rattata is in the background, that's why. It also felt really challenging to get Raticate's fur just right. So you can kind of see that I struggled a little bit with it, and I don't think I got it perfect, but I'm happy enough with how it turned out. Now on to the actual line art. A thing I like to do with my line art is to keep it thin when it comes to pixel art, which, unlike my actual other digital art, I like thick line art because I don't know why I do. Mostly it's because I fucking suck at thin line art. Anyway, it makes the pixel art line art look a lot more cleaner to me, and it just feels nicer. I like to remove any 2 pixels touching each other unless I think it really works for the sprite. So later on, after I finish the line art, you'll see me probably go through and erase like 1 or 2 pixels because it would have driven me insane. Sometimes, okay, so I'm like super inconsistent with my line art or just sketching or whatever, but sometimes I'll like color different parts of the line art that, you know, resemble different body parts a different color so it's easier to break up, but sometimes I'm just really fucking lazy and I just keep it all one color and it's a mess to look at. It's never the same with me, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I have the consistency of something very inconsistent. Trust. When it comes to colouring, I like to add little swirls, as if you've been keeping up my Sprite series, you've noticed. They're a relatively new thing I've been doing. I wanted to incorporate something unique to my art style that made it stand out and also gave it some oomph. I prefer to do them in like one specific part of the Pokemon, mostly to give the parts of like very little detail something. I try to keep the face clear, however, because, you know, you want to, that's like the star of the show for a lot of it. So, for example, the massive patch of like tan fur here on Raticate, it's kind of, I don't know, boring in a way, so I add the swirls to change it, just kind of give the art some more something to look at and admire. Not that it's bad, like the plainness of it, because honestly, Kanto has iconic designs. Everyone loves them. I don't think, like, even with what you'd say are like weaker designs, like fucking Voltorb, everyone still loves them. You don't hear people really complain about the Kanto designs, so. Anyway, that's all I really have to talk about on this for now. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. If you feel like it, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed and liked. Alright, well, okay, bye!